welcome to this week's episode of Cooking with Connie. This week we're going to do a new shake-approved recipe. This is going to be a cabbage roll casserole. So we got some cabbage from my dad. So this is cabbage farm grown, and the onions are from my dad's garden. And then we've got our ground beef in here, and our tomato sauce and manchego cheese. And this is going to be an absolutely delicious one. So watch it from beginning to end so you can learn how to make this one. Going to give you a lot of veggies if you're on the Shape Reclaim program. Sometimes it's hard for people to get their veggies in. But this one is a yummy one. Smells absolutely delicious, and I can hardly wait to eat it. So watch from beginning to end. All right, guys, so we're going to start to put together this cabbage roll casserole. So I've got my ground beef in here, and I've chopped up a full onion, and so that's going to go in, and we're going to start browning this stuff together. I'm going to put some garlic in here. I've got my cabbage chopped up over here, and the onion and the cabbage came from my dad's garden. So this is some homegrown stuff. So again, this is a shake-approved meal. So we are kind of making things up as we go along today, because I really have not done this before, but I've done stuff similar to it. So we're going to use our hearts of palm rice in here, because usually when you do a cabbage roll, you have the rice and the burger in the middle of it. So we're just going to throw everything together here, and then we're going to put it on top of our cabbage. So it's going to make it a little bit easier to do than what you would a traditional cabbage roll. So we'll continue to kind of brown this stuff together, and then like I said, I'll throw in my rice in here, and we'll come back and we'll start adding some more ingredients. All right, guys, so we browned that. I put about 1.5 cans of my tomato sauce in there. I used about a tablespoon of the coconut aminos, which gave it just a little bit of sweetness. And then we used, chili powder. I used a tablespoon of chili powder in there, and then we used about a teaspoon of our monk fruit to give us a little bit of sweetness. We're used to a little bit of sweetness to our stuff because that's how we were raised. But we didn't want to use sugar because we don't use sugar on Cooking with Connie, so we used our monk fruit. So what I'm going to do is just kind of put this all over the top of my cabbage here. We'll get it all spread out. We're going to bake it for a while before we put the cheese on. That way our cheese doesn't get brown too quickly. And we'll be using our manchego cheese because that is a shape-approved cheese, and it tastes really yummy in these dishes. So if you've not experienced the manchego cheese yet, get some, try it. It's a game changer for a lot of your recipes. We just did that garlic roll recipe. Guys, if you've not tried that one and you're on the Shape program, try it. You'll think your diet had gone to heaven because it is delicious. So we're going to pop this into the oven at 350 degrees, and we've got cheese coming in. So we'll be back shortly, and we'll let you see where we're at on this. Okay, guys, so here is our finished product. So this is our cabbage roll. It's shape approved. We've got our ground beef. You could use ground turkey or ground chicken you want to, and we have topped it with some manchego cheese. I baked it for about 30 minutes at 350 degrees, and then I added the cheese and let the cheese melt on it for about 10 minutes. So this is going to be a really easy one. Got lots of veggies in it because in that hamburger we also put that hearts of palm rice in there. So yummy, yummy. Good thing to have for supper, and you can prep this and have it for lunches throughout the week. So if you're on the Shape Reclaim program, this would be a good one for you. So remember, like, share, subscribe, Cooking with Connie. We got all kinds of great gluten-free, sugar-free recipes and a lot of shape-approved ones on here. So check us out and make sure to make good choices this week.